Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about something quite grim and tragic, but before we do that, let's look at today's fan art. And on the fan art note, I've been doing my best to do it chronologically. The thing is this: I have Twitter DMs, I have Twitter tags, I have Instagram DMs, I have Instagram tags, I have emails, and I'm trying to put everything together. The thing is, if everything's on a different device, it can be really hard, so trust I'm doing my best, but it's hard. Anyways, let's look at today's fan art. So this is today's fan art. Thank you so much for drawing me as an alien. I absolutely love it. The eyebrows and eyeliner are amazing, and you can't not love a green skin tone, so thank you so much for drawing this to me. I will link the artist in the description as usual. Anyways, let's get on with the video. If you've been on the internet, I'm sure you haven't missed on the fact that August Ames killed herself. So August Ames was a porn star who killed herself due to internet bullying, harassment, whatever you want to call it. And this case is a little bit complicated because of the statement she made, which made people get pissed and bully her in the first place. So, she tweeted originally saying, "Whichever lady performer is replacing me tomorrow for Erotica X News, you're shooting with a guy who has shot gay porn, just let you know. BS is all I can say. Do agents really not care about who they're representing? Hashtag LA Direct. I do my homework for my body." So people took this statement very, very negatively. People were calling her a homophobe, saying she was disgusting, all types of things. You can imagine, people run wild with this kind of stuff. Aside from everything that happened after this tweet, I do think it was poorly worded. I do think I can understand why someone might perceive it as homophobic. I don't think it's homophobic, but I can understand why someone might perceive it that way. This is the thing. If you're gonna call someone homophobic, make sure it's not someone who's also into girls, because August Ames is also into girls. So the homophobic thing kind of falls apart as soon as you know that. I think it was just badly worded, but from this I wouldn't assume, oh yeah, she hates gay people. This is the thing. I started looking at the responses under her tweet, and a lot of the people responding were actually women who are also in the porn industry, and I thought that this was very illuminating because I was like, what's the problem if the guy is gay? Like, obviously it's her choice, but I'm wondering what drove her to that choice specifically. So here, under that tweet, it says, someone asked if they had the same procedures for safety as in straight porn. And then someone else, who is also in the industry, responded, "No, they do not follow our testing protocol." To which that person said, "Thanks, I didn't know," so it makes sense, you know, why she would say no, specifically because of a gay guy. Then the same person from the industry, Noelle, says, "Yeah, it's a safety thing. Wanted people to know we aren't being homophobic. We are protecting both the gay and straight performer pool by keeping them separated because of our different testing protocols." Then someone else, who is verified and also in the industry, says, "Bullshit. Before you shoot with said performer for a big shoot, he would have to get tested by the same testing companies we all use. When the results are clear, you are clear to fuck him, and you can ask to use a condom if you want, so there's literally no reason to discriminate." So this was very interesting because there were two completely polar opposite statements here. First, saying that the gay testing protocol is different than the straight one, and then saying that it's exactly the same. So what I decided to do was to look and see if I could find anything specifically dictating what these testing protocols are like, since this is kind of a big deal to connect to the statement August Ames made in the first place. So I found this. I didn't find any article specifically saying, oh, this is what straight people do, this is what gay people do in terms of the testing protocols. However, I did come across an article saying that porn isn't protecting its stars from HIV. And I came across a part that said that it seems that this is still the case, and I might be wrong, but from everything I've found, it says that there's a 14-day recommended testing window. So every 14 days, these gay men would get tested. And of course, if they came out clear, they could do the thing. The thing is, what happened is that one time a guy came up clear, but I think he was towards the end of the 14-day window. So he was about to get retested, and he was so sure he was clear, and his company was so sure that he was clear, that he did have sex. There was obviously no condom, and he had contracted HIV and passed it on to another actor. So later on in this article, it also says that obviously the 14-day protocol leaves gaps in coverage, because unless it's an everyday thing, you don't know if you've contracted something since your last test 2 weeks ago. So another issue that comes up in this article was about different porn companies, or whatever you want to call them. The fact that they all have, in some ways, different procedures. There's some companies who actually stick to the procedures and the protocols set up, and some who are far more loosely based. So, in looking back at August Ames' statement, perhaps she was also worried that this person was part of one of those loose protocol kind of companies. And the reality is, with porn, you can't be safe enough, Like, if I had an inkling of a feeling that maybe this person was in a company that wasn't super strict on the testing protocols, I too would be like, nah, dude. So it has nothing to do with the fact that he is gay, but more of the fact of how gay protocol is treated in terms of the testing. So I don't think it's homophobic, because effectively, if the rules are different and there's a bigger window of the 14-day testing, I don't really blame her. Aside from this alleged homophobia, which I obviously don't think is there, people were getting really amped up about this, and I had a little bit of a struggle to understand, because it's her body and her choice. If she is going to be, to put it bluntly, penetrated by someone, she should be entirely allowed to say yes or no, whether they're gay, straight, trans, whatever. She has the right to say yes or no, and it just comes down to that at the end. Like I said before, this statement was poorly worded. I think it could have been put in a better way. But then again, this does not make it okay to send this crazy hate her way. And even looking at the comments now, if you scroll, people are telling her she's homophobic, she's trash, she's canceled. They were saying that they looked up to her before, and now everything's ruined. And, this kind of shows how quickly the internet is to jump onto a witch hunt, to see someone that maybe worded something poorly, that might be misunderstood, and how quick people almost want to misunderstand and want to get angry when there's no actual need. There is a man called Jackson Wheeler who seems to be fine with taking the blame, so to speak, about all of this, which is very, very bizarre. When she made that tweet saying, "Fuck y'all," August replied saying, "Crybaby." And he hasn't deleted anything as far as I have seen. And in this article that I found, it says that Wheeler, whoa, emotions will be high today. I think it's best to reflect and take away from this. I'm not asking for Pryor not to come at me. I know that will happen, but I'm gutted by this too. So I'm looking right now at Sir Jackson Wheeler's Twitter, the guy who is supposedly taking blame for everything that happened. He's posted a lot of tweets. And he's posted a couple videos. He keeps saying he's going to keep it short, but he keeps posting videos. He keeps posting more tweets. In one tweet he said, "I would never advocate someone bring harm to themselves that aren't a threat to others in the pursuit of political correctness. I hope we haven't pushed a fellow performer too far. I was simply trying to attack an issue, not the value of the person, awaiting details." And this is exactly why social media witch hunts are insanely dangerous. And this is the thing. There are certain ways to discuss topics without driving people to feel like they're the scum of the earth, and going around calling people names when you don't even know what the case is, names like homophobe, people can react really badly, especially someone with thousands upon thousands and thousands of followers. So honestly, the reaction Wheeler has right now is a huge cop-out to me. I don't buy it for 1 second. And of course he's gonna say he feels bad and he doesn't want anyone to kill themselves, because it's not like he can say like, yeah, I wanted them to kill themselves. No. And I'm sure that he didn't have such malevolent intentions, but the way he went about talking about it wasn't really the type of way you would have a conversation. It just seemed very confrontational and aggressive. A lot of the tweets that Wheeler was responding to are now unavailable. Obviously, they've been deleted, so it's very hard to put a lot of what he's saying into context. Then he made this other stupid tweet that says, "Listen, I made a comment. I forgot I had made a post saying apologize or just go swallow a cyanide, obscure pill already. We'll take either." It was more like, after all the talk, she couldn't give the community an apology to her 500,000 people fan base. So first of all, cyanide pills aren't obscure. I'm pretty sure most people in the world know what a cyanide pill is. But if you want to pretend to be an intellectual, go off, I guess. Later he was saying, "They'll come after me. I say things when I'm fired up. I get fired up, blah, blah, blah." So all of these are essentially excuses, cop-outs. I don't know. I don't read any of it as sincere, but hey, you guys can let me know what you think about it. I think that in the end, this is just teaching us a huge lesson about how we act online and how to actually have a civil discussion, because as I voiced on this channel before, it seems that civil discussion is dead. Assumption is the sole ruler of the internet, and as we've even seen with a Martinez Heller case, it's all hearsay, it's all assuming, it's all guessing, and we're not actually looking at the facts. So, to get facts, we have to confront these issues in a mature and civil way, not an aggressive way which will immediately make any normal person defensive. So, in the end, all I really have to say is rest in peace to August Ames, and hopefully we can learn something from this tragedy, because running behind people and insulting them doesn't do anything of positive. And even when people don't take action to harm themselves, like was done here, there's no saying what kind of emotional damage it can have to be pursued by thousands upon thousands of people who don't even know what they're talking about. Anyways, guys, please let me know what you think about all of this. I know that it's a very sensitive subject, but thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.